Number 17 is asking what can the third side be? So this is the same as 15 and 16, except this time we're not given one of the sides. But don't fret, it's not any different than the other one. We'll use 3 as our A. We use our 48 as our B. And then lastly, we'll use our X as our B. So what we have is this has to follow the rule of A plus B is greater than C. A plus C is greater than B. Then we have B plus C has to be greater than A. So I'll highlight them again. A. And then we have C. And then lastly we have B. When you look at this problem, we need to plug in what we're given, and one of the main goals to start it is to see which one of these is not a real solution. Because there's 3 inequalities, we're only going to be given 2 at the end of it, okay? So let's plug in what we got. We got first 3 plus 48 is greater than X. Then we have 3 plus X is greater than 48. Then lastly we are given 48 plus X is greater than, what are we given now? Greater than 3. So the first thing you should do is which one of these is not going to make sense. 3 plus 48 will give you a real number. 48 minus 3 will give you a real number. But 3 minus 48 will give you a negative. This gives you a negative. Therefore, I'm not going to mark it off, but you can't have a negative length. That one makes sense. You can use a negative in this situation to say you took away, but you can't use a negative to represent a side length. So we're going to use these two to represent our lengths. So 3 plus 48 would give you 51 is greater than X. And then 48, this one would be 48 minus 3. So we have 3 plus X is greater than 48. Subtract 3. You get X is greater than 45. So these are our two solutions. To represent this as a compound inequality, I'm going to say the following, and plus, before we even do that, let's get the X in the front and read it from right to left. X is less than 51. X is less than 51. Okay, so X has to be less than 51, but it has to be greater than 45. So that makes so much more sense when it's 51 is greater than X, in my opinion at least. So the way you write it would be the following. You would say, what would we say? We would say 45 X has to be greater is less than X, which is less than 51. So that means any number between 45 and 51 can be X, which is there. But it can't be 45 or 51, because then it would break the rule. That's why we don't have an underline under it.